never going away.
I don't think so.
Not unless they fucking make us.
The annoying gnats in your ear.
Well, I don't know about annoying. We try. We try hard.
We try. Bucket didn't get any Twitter questions this week, so we're gonna just
We have
a mention.
We had a Twitter response to me trying to explain to you that Randy Savage was in Spider-Man.
Yep, one of our dedicated fans,
Steel Woogie.
Steel Woogie.
Yeah.
Again, he's a dedicated listener.
Second it comes out, he listens and he nitpicks and he tries to figure out things he can tell us.
And it's good. Sent us a screen grab of Macho Man Randy Savage behind Peter Parker with a steel chair.
Yep. Just getting ready to destroy him.
Yep. That was awesome. Thank you, Steel Woogie. What else do we got on the agenda tonight, Cody?
Oh, well, we're going to talk about Raw, talk SmackDown, then we're going to get our picks for Backlash.
Ooh. I love picking stuff.
I do too. And you know what? I'm doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, you're doing a lot better than I am.
Because we're not counting SummerSlam.
Yep.
Because no one heard it.
Yeah.
Except for you and me.
Yep. Maybe it'll be a release thing one of these days.
Maybe not.
Probably not. It was pretty dog shit anyway. It was all cut up and nasty.
Yeah.
Anyway. Big time stuff going on in the WWE. Of course, this was a send home show for SmackDown, not for Raw, but they have Clash coming. When is Clash coming up? I don't even know. Is it the 24th?
It's in a couple weeks.
Is it? Might be the 7th, or no, the 17th is Backlash. So yeah,
11th is
or
Backlash.
11th is Backlash.
Yep.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
the start of the NFL season.
Yep.
And
good call.
And the first SmackDown show.
Good call. So very interesting atmospheres at each show. Raw was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
I really like this this weird dynamic that we haven't had in a couple of years, where send home shows are offset. So SmackDown has a send off show, but Raw doesn't, and it's really nice.
Yeah, and it livens up the week a little bit.
It does, because SmackDown's or Raw is developing their story, and SmackDown's close to the finish line.
Yeah. So you're kind of getting at two different mixing points where the stories are. And it's really good for the product, I think, as a whole. I guess that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So Raw was okay. It wasn't stellar by any means. It wasn't bad. It was okay.
Almost started crying at one moment because we thought something was going to happen.
Yeah, we thought Sasha Banks came out and she teased a retirement angle.
It was like the Edge retirement.
I was... It was close. I was like, "Are you joking right now?" And luckily,
it wouldn't have surprised me.
Yep, and luckily Dana Brooke came out, and we looked at each other and we're like, "Okay, it's a work.
Thank God.
Luckily, that's not the case. Hoping she gets better soon.
Yeah, no kidding.
Back to full strength, comes right back.
Coming for Bayley.
Yep.
When Bayley wins.
Ooh, and that'll be good.
Always is.
Kevin and Sammy for the millionth time, and I'm not mad about it.
Nope. No.
It was so good. So good.
I would watch it 1 million more times.
Yep, it was really good.
Plan on it.
Yep. And that set up a lot for Jericho, Reigns, and Rollins. Everybody's kind of all getting into it right now, kind of getting in the mix. How do you feel about Roman possibly getting a title shot? Kind of wanting to make his footprint there.
I feel about the same every time he gets a title shot. I don't like it. I wanted him to work his way up, and it looked like he was going to.
Yep.
With that U.S. title shot, and then it just didn't even happen.
Completely forgotten about.
And then the next day,
where was Ruru this week? Also, Rusev was absent this week.
I don't know.
So very strange becoming there. Cesaro and Sheamus. That's set at 3-0 Sheamus.
I called it.
And I think Sheamus wins at 4-3.
4-3?
Yep. I think they're going to tease us, and they're going to be like, okay, Cesaro's coming back, like everyone called, and then Sheamus will end up winning.
I'm going to stick with my terrible prediction because I thought, WWE's just going to screw with us a little bit. 4-0 Sheamus, just to get it out of the way.
Yeah. We had...
Because they know it's dead in the water.
Yeah. We had a Braun Strowman squash match again, but it wasn't so squashy.
No.
Is that a term, squashy? I don't think
squashy?
So. Yeah. It was actually against the rostered superstar in Sin Cara. So,
sort of, I guess.
I mean,
he's
there.
on the roster.
He's there.
Right.
He does live
He didn't
shows.
rip his mask off, did he?
No.
Well, that's good.
Nope. Luckily did not.
Don't need to see Hunico again. Don't need to see his face.
Yep. So, luckily, Sin Cara remained intact for the most part after running into Beast that is Braun Strowman. But we got an even more surprising squash match. The Bo Dallas squash match.
Yeah, Bo Dallas, really?
And he looked good. He cut a really dark promo, and then he came right into it. And I was like, okay, this is something I can get behind.
Yeah, instead of positive, he's negative. He's negative Bo Dallas.
Yeah, he's very
he
negative.
He believes in himself, but he believes he's going to kill you.
Yeah, and it's very kind of weird, psycho
it's
dark.
Good.
It's psycho good. Dark, which is kind of how the ending of Bo Dallas was in NXT.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't really translate there, because then he kind of got brought up and he was goofy and smiley, and it felt like they were trying to recreate it again.
I just wish that since they were going to change his gimmick, I mean, a little bit, tweak it a little bit, that they would have changed his wrestling attire.
Yeah, something.
Because he doesn't look any more menacing.
Not really.
But he's acting more menacing. I don't know. It should just a little bit. Just not a lot, just enough.
Yeah. I mean, he came up with a sign this time. That Bo leaving Bo.
Yeah.
Which was okay.
Like one you put in your yard when you're voting for
so you know he's going to crack that over someone, Jim Duggan.
Or someone's going to hit him with it.
True.
Yeah.
Either way. What else happened on Raw? The club called out the New Day in a really bad segment.
Yep. A bunch of bad actors acting like the New Day. Will they just let the Bullet Club wrestle somebody?
Thank you. That's what I was just going to say. I was like, and they've shown glimpses of it in WWE where they show up, they wreck, and they fucking leave.
Like, why?
And they're not doing it anymore. And it really weakens them to be a comedy act.
They spent all this money to get 4 people from New Japan. And it was AJ Styles, who they've pushed, Shinsuke Nakamura, who I don't even need to say anything. He's the number 1 guy in NXT. And if he came up tomorrow, he could be the number 1 guy on Raw or SmackDown.
Agreed.
But then the club, Gallows and Anderson, they're treating them like they're the hype bros.
Yeah.
They got stupid segments. They never win.
Yep.
Unless AJ's there, and that's rarely clean either.
Yep.
So, I mean,
it's really muddy and kind of...
They took one of Japan's most dominant tag teams and turned them into...
Yeah.
It's weird to say a mid-card tag team.
But that's what they are.
Yeah.
Even though they're in the title hunt all the time. They're right at the cusp of it. But... I
still think they're trying to get New Day the record that they forgot about, and hopefully that's done right before Night of Champions.
Yeah. I like Carl and Anderson when they Carl and Anderson. God damn it. Now look at me. I'm Michael Cole.
Good one, Mago.
Yeah. Anderson and Gallows, they need to just go back to just wrecking and leaving. The comedy stuff was good in brief stints, but you need to do a balance of it. You can't do just pure comedy like they're doing now, like where it's just dad joke central.
I do like their dry sense of humor, because they're badasses that are trying to be funny.
Yeah, but Dad Joke Club is only funny for a couple of weeks.
Well, it's the Dad Club,
and then you go back to
it's the Dad Club.
That's what it's turning into.
I know. I don't want it to be that, but that's what WWE wants. So I guess that's what we're gonna get.
Yeah, you don't need them to be, since they're going up against arguably the most comedic team in history.
Yeah, they're one of the best.
One of the best at comedy. But
they're slowing down.
Yeah,
it's
getting dry.
It's
stagnant.
Getting dry.
Yeah,
it's getting old. They should have when they had the chance to break them up when they were facing the Wyatts. I think they probably should have.
Yeah.
Or Xavier should have turned, but
ooh, that would have been good.
That would have been great. Xavier's the best worker out of the 3.
Has anyone turned to the Wyatt family when they were the Wyatt family? I don't think so.
Turned to the Wyatt family?
Yeah.
Daniel joined for a week.
Yeah.
And then CM Punk left, and it changed all the storylines.
And then they changed, like they were kind of teasing Apollo Crews recently, and then the draft happened, and now it's not happening at all.
No.
And it's just really kind of sad. But yeah, so Raw was good, sprinkled with a lot of bad.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what Raw's been last couple of weeks.
Meager and
last couple of weeks, that's what it's been.
Yep, not unwatchable, but not stellar by any means.
It's still better than it was 2 years ago.
Agreed.
I keep telling myself that every time I watch.
Yep.
We're spoiled as wrestling fans.
Yep.
Right now, the landscape of professional wrestling is just amazing right now.
Yep.
Everywhere.
Yep, agreed.
Except maybe TNA, but everywhere other than TNA.
By the way, how hard is it to get the damn El Rey network? All I want to do is watch season 3 of Lucha Underground. I don't have premium cable. Cody doesn't have premium cable.
I have premium cable. For some reason, El Rey's not on it.
Yeah, like, do I need to get HBO and Showtime to get El Rey network?
HBO and Showtime.
And you still don't have El Rey network.
Nope.
That's okay. Well, this is...
And we have Sunday Ticket. We have all these channels that you're not supposed to get.
Unless you pay exorbitant amounts of money, yeah.
Right. And we don't get El Rey. I'm going to call him.
What? Yeah.
I'm going to call him tomorrow.
Yeah, because I want to watch Lucha Underground Season 3 really bad.
Yeah. We already watch everything else.
Yep, I watched sprinkles of Season 1. I watched quite a bit of Season 2. And I loved it. It was really good, I thought. It was Lucha Libre ECW.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with really good stories.
Yeah, with amazing storylines.
Mm-hmm. Just crazy as shit storylines.
Yeah.
You can't get away with anywhere else.
Yep. But they're doing it very well. And it's very polished. If you want to go see really polished wrestling, you can go to IWGP and Ring of Honor. Mm-hmm. Lucha does it too, though. That's the thing. And then they tell...
It does some, yes.
Yeah. IWGP and Ring of Honor is much more open, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, to the more casual fan, you can jump right in and you're not going to be lost in a mega storyline.
And there's so many styles.
Yeah.
Like, you'll get the technical guys, the guys who do the flippy shit.
Yeah.
Submission specialist, you know.
But whereas
the brawlers.
Lucha Libre is what I love. It's flippy shit for days.
Yeah. I haven't gotten back into it. When it was the start of the Cruiserweight division and they were bringing it over and they kind of tamed it but added other stuff when it went to ECW and then the WCW Cruiserweight division, that's really my only exposure to Lucha Libre, I loved that.
This has been the best that John Morrison, 3 ex-WWE guys. Yep, 3 ex-WWE guys are all shining right now. Chavo Guerrero as this super heel, and he's doing fantastic, and he looks great. Pentagon Dark just broke his arm.
Okay.
Mid-season 2, I think it was, because Chavo screwed him out of the Gift of the Gods championship.
And who's the third?
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, okay.
Who just maybe put on the match of his career.
Really?
With Ricochet. Yeah.
Well,
at Ultimate Lucha
can't
Dos.
have a bad match with Ricochet.
Yeah, and that was Ultimate Lucha Dos, which is like their WrestleMania.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not, because it's not in a special venue or anything. It's still at the Temple, which is a special venue for them.
It's their season finale.
Yeah, it's their season finale. And I love this season's, the syndicated season kind of feel. And it's really good. I enjoyed it.
I'm excited to get into it.
Ultimate Lucha Dos closed on, and it still has really gritty, hardcore elements with Pentagon Jr., who came back as Pentagon Dark. He's a much darker character, which I love him anyway.
Okay.
And he raked him and Vampiro. Vampiro was like his mentor.
Vampiro, wow.
And Vampiro, Pentagon lost his match for the championship.
Okay.
And he ended up turning on Vampiro and like raking a barbed wire bat across Vampiro's face.
Oh, that's cool.
Because Vampiro's a real guy. I mean, Vampiro's like, yeah, let's do that. Rake a bat across my face? Sure. A razored bat? Yeah, that sounds fun. Vampiro's got a weird sense of like...
I remember one of the first times I watched Vampiro. I really liked him when he was in WCW.
And I can't believe how good he looks for how old and how damaged he's been.
Well, when he got to WCW, he was already a veteran.
Yeah.
He had worked a long time in Mexico before that. And then he made his name in Mexico.
He kind of killed himself with the end of WCW.
Yeah, well, he went back to Mexico.
And then he did that crappy MTV one that only lasted a season.
Well, that's the one that they learned from their mistakes and turned it into Lucha Underground.
Yeah, and that's...
So without that one happening and failing, we wouldn't have...
They're like, okay, maybe... not so much Japanese influence, more Mexican influence into it, and it turned into Lucha Underground.
And you have to be backed by your network.
Yeah, and then
because MTV did not back them as much as they needed to.
Yeah, Lucha Underground does a really good job of making a really good storyline through the season.
Well, that's good.
And they're really
It's
good
an art form.
Yeah. Along with some banger matches. They're kind of the first in their Sexy Star is is one of the trios champions.
Okay.
So she's holding a major belt in I'd say a major company.
Yeah.
Like she's the China of that league, even though she's not big or she's not anything, I mean, she is something special, but she's not something, ridiculous.
Right. She's not 6'4".
Yeah, she's not
220 or whatever China was. I know she wasn't 6'4". She was probably 6'2".
6'2", 220.
She was taller than Chris Jericho.
Yeah, just super jacked. Yeah, that's not Sexy Star. But yeah, so that comes out Wednesday of this week. So probably when this video drops. So it's going to be really exciting. Check that out if you have the El Rey Network. I doubt you do, though, because it's hard as hell to get, and they don't do a streaming service.
Well, that's upsetting.
Yeah.
They're early.
They're really, it feels very house show ECW right now. Remember how you could only get them, they syndicated through tapes.
Oh, tape trading.
Yeah.
The 90s were,
That's how ECW got rolling really hard. And
Ring of Honor was like that at the start, too.
Yep.
It would be like, dude, did you see that? Did you see CM Punk versus Samoa Joe? No, I didn't. All right. I taped it on this VHS. You watch it.
But they're doing this.
Here, what do you have? Oh, I have Starrcade 97. Well, let's trade. And it was just, it was a great time.
And they're doing this, but purely for the network, it feels like. Because they don't have a streaming service.
Right.
As far as I could find on the internet, they haven't released season DVDs yet. At all.
Okay.
So, it's hard to find their content unless you have the El Rey Network.
Well, hence Underground and Lucha Underground.
Yeah. Or Facebook to have Matt Stryker give you a weekly breakdown. But
yeah, I've listened to enough of Matt Stryker.
I like Matt Stryker, I'll be honest.
I do too, but I mean...
He's at the pinnacle of his career calling matches, I think. He's very entertaining.
Yeah.
As a play-by-play guy.
He's better than half the shit we got on Raw and SmackDown.
Agreed. He could replace David Otunga in a heartbeat.
Face JBL.
I think he could actually replace Michael Cole and be a play-by-play guy.
I'd be fine with that.
I'd be super fine with that.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I think he'd be just below Morrow.
He's way below Morrow.
Because
Morrow.
I'm trying to think if I want to rank Corey or Morrow higher.
That you can't. They're two different styles.
Yeah.
Corey's your color.
Morrow's
play-by-play. It's just like, who's better, Bobby the Brain Heenan or Jim Ross?
Back at it with the Michael Cole bashing, guys.
Sorry.
But I think it was 2012. I don't know. I was looking at some outdated money sheets.
Okay.
And Michael Cole made $150,000 in 2012 calling matches.
That's a lot less than I thought.
It's still
I know it's a lot of money, but that's a lot less than I was expecting.
And I'm sure they still have to pay for their travel and everything like a star does.
Right.
But that's a lot more than I thought he was paying.
Well, that's less than I was expecting.
That was 2012 also.
Right.
I think this year might be a contract year for Michael.
Ooh, good. Maybe he'll get fired.
Or 2016 or 2017.
Maybe they won't renew it.
You never know. I doubt it. But so yeah, that was kind of sorry, I kind of went on a synopsis of Lucha Underground,
okay.
how jacked I was about that coming back.
That's fine.
But yeah,
so what we're here to talk about
Raw
is wrestling.
recap. Yeah, it was a
of
good
all
show.
Kinds.
And then SmackDown just happened tonight.
It did.
Send home show from the big Lincoln, Nebraska.
Ooh.
We didn't go.
Oh, Big Red.
Yeah.
Go Big Red. Yep, it was in Lincoln.
You're just as bad as the fans.
I know. If you didn't know, we're in Nebraska. And we decided we didn't want to go because...
we got really nice NXT tickets.
Yeah, we got really nice NXT tickets, and we figured driving to the east part of the state 2 times in
2 weeks.
2 weeks. No, thank you. And because it was
a 3-hour drive.
Yeah. And I mean, it wasn't... we didn't know what to expect with a Send Home SmackDown.
This is the first Send Home SmackDown.
Right.
Since the brand split.
And...
that wasn't a major pay-per-view.
It wasn't... I mean, it wasn't really worth going to. I mean, it was a good SmackDown.
It was a good SmackDown, but it wasn't... yeah, it wasn't
It didn't
worth us.
have the Send Home feel.
Yeah, it wasn't worth
that,
us
like
dumping
the Send Home Raws used to have.
Yeah, it wasn't worth dumping a bunch of money into going and seeing.
No.
Right now. So...
No.
Team Above Ground. We have some good stuff for SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
It was an okay show. You had
good, yeah.
Dean and AJ continuing their feud.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait.
It's gonna be good. Let's hope the title, goes on our boy Club for Life.
Oh God, please.
So rooting for AJ really hard on Sunday.
Very much so.
You have what else?
We had the women's.
Yeah, the women's 6 tag this weekend,
which wasn't bad.
Week, yeah, and it was okay.
It wasn't bad.
I mean, about we've seen it twice now. So.
Yeah, we've seen it more than twice, but
3 times,
something like that.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it could have been better. It could have been worse.
They're all good wrestlers. I said it last time.
Yep.
At least it's not Alicia Fox and Brie Bella.
I hated Brie.
Summer Rae.
Yep.
Lana. There's a couple more I could throw in there. Maurice.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was okay. Kind of each of them kind of panned out their individual storylines with the other. Because they're kind of set in 2s right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of funky because you have Natty and Becky still.
Yeah.
You have Nikki Bella and Carmella. And then you have Naomi kind of with Alexa Bliss. But not really as hot as the other 2.
Right. I can't wait
for
Becky Lynch versus Naomi.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
It's
Naomi getting repackaged in this like techno funk Naomi, Feel the Glow, Naomi for real this time feels really good.
Naomi's the best athlete. Women's wrestler probably on the show. And she's most athletic, but we haven't got to see her wrestling ability because she was a cheerleader.
I think she's the most athletic.
Okay.
I wouldn't say she's the best wrestler.
Okay.
I think she falls mid-board in that category right now.
Okay.
Actually, I'd say she's about 3rd behind Becky and Natty.
Okay.
I'd say those 2 are better wrestlers right now.
All right. Well, then it'll be the most athletic woman versus the best wrestler.
Yeah, on SmackDown.
On SmackDown for the title at some point.
Yeah, because then you have on Raw, you have Sasha, Bayley, and Charlotte, who are all better wrestlers.
Right, and who knows who will get called up. Maybe it'll be Asuka there. Maybe Asuka will come to SmackDown.
Maybe.
It's going to happen sometime. It has to.
Ember Moon.
I think she's going to have the title at some point.
Ember Moon.
She's going to...
I just need to meet her once to, be okay with it myself.
She'll be like, hi, what's your name?
I'm going to be like, I don't even mind. Can you do
Give
that?
Me a stunner, please.
Yeah, can you do that corkscrew stunner for me?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I got you.
Turns out she sounds like Mark Henry.
Yep. But
so Penny promos.
Continuing stuff. It was kind of a blah send home show, but we're just gonna jump straight into our Backlash preview.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. So from where we like to see the bottom to the top. I think Bray and Orton is the bottom of the card. I know it won't be that way.
To me, it is.
Yeah, but it is to me.
It is, yep.
And it's going to be Orton. I don't want it to be, but it's going to be.
You're calling Orton?
Yeah.
I'm calling Bray. I think.
I'm so tired of calling Bray and then him losing. And
well, good. Now I'm going to call him.
And I'm just tired of it. They're going to put Orton over, make him look strong, and chase AJ probably.
But you don't need to make Orton look strong.
They will, though. You watch.
Well, I think they could do that with. I think they can push Bray now.
I would prefer Bray getting pushed very hard. Yeah.
Because Orton can put on a match with anybody, and WWE's going to think it's a main event.
Yep.
I mean, look at SummerSlam.
I would like to see Bray almost in the Intercontinental title role right now. Bray versus Miz. Can you imagine those lead ups though? I think that'd be really good right now.
I think it'll clash because Bray is supposed to be intimidating the faces. And he's just going to be talking all this stuff, and Miz is just going to be like, I mean, okay. And he's just going to walk out.
Bray's kind of a neutral character, though. He's not a hard heel.
Yeah, you're right. He's almost like an Undertaker kind of.
Very neutral.
He's just a mystical.
Yeah, mystic guy. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think he's just hitting his stride to where he's going to put on some good stuff.
Yeah.
And he's doing better promos. Yes, there's still the crazy... Hey man, promos.
You're scared of me, aren't you?
I'm scared. I'm a god.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Some of them are really, really good and
some
underrated, and then some of them are just awful.
So why can't we have AJ win, and then Bray win, and then Bray starts talking about AJ and Japan, and you didn't take down the number one guy because I'm right here.
He was looking for the championship beforehand when he was against Ziggles and he was against Ambrose, and it was hot, and then he kind of just faded away. And it was kind of sad to see. Not like Kalisto fade away, but
the whole idea of the brand split had to be making stars.
I bet, this wasn't an announced match yet, but I bet there's a sixth match.
What do you think?
To open the card. It's going to be Kalisto and Baron Corbin.
You think?
Yeah. Oh, you got the bully angle for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they just haven't done anything with it. So maybe that's it.
And I said on the last show, the bully's going to win. So there you go. I picked Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
If we're going with that one.
Might not happen. Pending.
All right. So you got Orton.
I got Orton. You got Bray.
I have Bray.
Okay. On to the next one then. We have the Miz versus Ziggles for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh, it hurts. Miz.
Based on their Colonel Sanders chicken soup match.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Is it and new Ziggles? I don't think so.
The match might be extra crispy.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, he got jokes.
Ooh.
Jokes he's got. What?
I would have to lean Miz.
You have to.
He's the hottest he's been in his career
Yep.
right now.
After the Miz pipe bomb, if you want to call it that,
bomb.
You have to.
You just can't let him fade into insecurity or like into
obscurity. Yeah,
obscurity. Thank you.
No problem. If they were ever gonna make that title matter, all eyes are on it right now.
Yeah, and you don't need to put it on Ziggles.
No, but all eyes are on it right now. So let's run with it.
Yep.
Miz is finally getting some people behind him.
Yep.
Like, everyone still hates him, but people are starting to respect him because he's finally standing up for himself. He's not...
He's still doing very heely things.
Yeah.
And it's very good, though, now.
He's still the only full heel in the WWE.
And he has the only finishing move that finishes people on one.
And it bothers me. It bothers me that that's...
Actually, has Ziggles had anyone ever kick out of his version of Sweet Chin Music?
I mean, he used to do it all the time before, but I don't watch enough or pay enough attention.
Yeah, since he's tuned up the band, I don't think he's lost with it.
God, I hate that he does that.
So I think I'm going to lean Miz.
It's Miz.
As well.
It has to be Miz.
I'm going to lean Miz as well.
I'm not going to be angry if they pick Ziggler. And, he gets a run and, it matters. But this is the one time I'm going to say the smart choice is to pick Miz.
Yeah. I would agree.
I don't like it.
It feels weird.
It feels very weird. And it's one of the only things I'm positive about this show is you have to push Miz.
Yeah, I would agree.
It hurts so bad to say that.
Okay.
Next, please.
Here's where we're going to kind of stray away, I think. We have the tag team final for the SmackDown Championships for tags.
Okay.
And it's going to be Alpha versus Team Above Ground Pool, made up of Heath Slater and Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you got?
I will let you go first.
I have Team Above Ground Pool.
Ooh.
I'm 100% sold on them right now. Their chemistry is very good, both in-ring and off-ring. Alpha has proven that they can't cut a promo yet, whereas Slater...
They need a mouthpiece.
Yep, Slater and Rhino are not only hilarious together, their segment last week was great. He brought the kids and the wife this week, and it was just hilarious.
Same wife?
Yep, same wife. That was so good. That was so good on WWE.
Oh, my God. And the great thing is, he's so funny. And he has this redneckish sense of humor.
Yeah.
But then Rhino isn't making jokes. He's just stone-faced, dry humor.
I think
and
Rhino...
It's awesome.
I think Rhino actually ran for political office in
He did.
Detroit. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
He's a very stone-faced, serious guy.
Now, isn't he?
Maybe. Who knows? But yeah, he's very stone-faced.
I'd vote for him.
Very serious.
I would.
Oh, I would.
Especially in Detroit. Jesus.
Gonna gore someone. Yeah.
I'm right.
But yeah, very... I lean Team Above Ground Pool. They're hotter right now. Heath Slater has never been this hot. You have people chanting, "We want Slater." Oh, back at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I mean, they want Slater is very hot right now, and I don't know if they're just going to kind of kindle it some more and let them lose, and then be like, "Oh, Heath, you got so close. We can't offer you a contract."
One more, and it's him versus Kurt Hawkins or something.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go back to squash or anything like that, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So yeah, I'd be leaning Team Above Ground Pool on this one though.
And that is what you want. That's what you want, or that's what you think they're going to do.
That's what my heart says, and I just don't think you can put it on Alpha yet. They've done one segment during this entire cruiserweight. Well, I get cruiserweight. Excuse me, tag team. I think they've done 2 in this tournament.
I'm getting really tired of the towel. I say it every time. And
both their segments have been awful. They've been awful so far. They're amazing wrestlers. Don't get me wrong. Which is weird that I am not going with the pure awesome wrestling, but that I'm going with the comedy fun.
There's nothing wrong with Rhino and Slater's wrestling.
No, they're great wrestlers. They're proven wrestlers.
Now, there's a reason I let you go first. And that was because I needed convincing. Mm-hmm. Because I am also going with Team
Above Ground
Pool.
It's a clean sweep!
Because just like The Miz, you have to push who's hot right now.
Yeah.
Yes, you've been trying to push Alpha forever, and you had them squash everybody.
Yep.
But you didn't have them squash Above Ground Pool because they weren't there yet.
They were not there yet. Yep, they squashed the villains. They squashed the Usos. Maybe they blame it on. Maybe they blame this on the injury that the Usos inflicted tonight.
Yeah, see that works. That doesn't make them look weak.
It doesn't make them look weak. It makes them look really courageous to keep going through it.
If there's something weird and the
match doesn't happen,
and it doesn't it'll happen. But if Alpha's not in it for some reason and they bring back some tag team to just face them, I'm still going Above Ground Pool.
And it won't be as special. I don't think.
It could be. What if it's...
They didn't work to get there. I'm sorry.
I know, but...
Then what's the point of the headbangers if not to get over the Team Above Ground Pool?
What if it's the Hype Bros?
They
get put on. Who'd they lose to?
Alpha.
Alpha's out. Did they? Yeah, but then the Usos squashed them, right?
No, Hype Bros just lost tonight to Alpha. Or not to Alpha. But then, not to Alpha. They lost to
Above Ground Pool.
Above Ground Pool.
My bad.
Yeah.
It could end up being the Usos then. If their injury that I've randomly got a message sent to me is real, not real, but something they're gonna go with. But I'm going Above Ground Pool.
I don't blame you.
They're hot right now.
Love it. They've proven that they are the SmackDown's New Day.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
In a very different way.
I wouldn't go that far. I'd say they're SmackDown's golden truth, but they back it up with wrestling.
Yes, I would actually agree with that. Yeah, and not so kooky and goofy, but more just silly and fun. Yeah,
I think Slater might had a hand in writing this one.
He might have.
From
the free agency angle.
Right, I think they said, "How do you want to do this?" And he's like, "Well, can I try this?" Mm-hmm. And because that's how the New Day.
And he was over. They got cheers when they beat the Hype Bros. Right, who I thought got over last week.
I was pretty sure that Slater was done. when he didn't get drafted, I was waiting for him to just be like.
And he's been doing all these squash matches, and I was like, man, Heath, oh man. And then
and it was fun.
It's been getting good. Yeah.
Right. It's the most I've ever liked Heath Slater.
Yeah, and he's fantastic right now.
He's good.
Team Above Ground.
He's always been a good wrestler. I will always give him that.
Well, here's maybe where we stray then.
Okay.
We have the 6-pack women's challenge for the women's championship, the new one on SmackDown.
Okay.
Which way are you leaning on this and why?
You know who I have to go with. My bae.
I know you're going.
Becky.
Yep.
Becky has to win. If you're going to make her your number one pick, give her the title. Quit making her lose so much. Mm-hmm. This is the time where she gets her W. And she gets to hold up her title, and then 2 of the horsewomen have titles at the same time.
I would really like to see that, but for the sake of variety, I'm going to go with Nikki Bella.
How is Nikki Bella variety?
I said variety between us.
Oh, variety. Oh,
Between
okay.
No,
I thought you meant on the show.
It's a very bland and a very safe pick. But who?
Well, let's make an argument for everybody. Like,
Yeah,
go
okay.
ahead, name
I'm
them off.
very into that.
Name them off.
So Naomi, why put the belt on her?
I would put she's very athletic.
Yep.
She's over her
Most
new
athletic. Yep.
her new gimmick or entrance. It's not really a new
It's
gimmick.
not really a new gimmick. She's been doing this Feel the Glow thing for
right.
quite a while.
New
And they just finally let her
entrance,
run with it.
New attire.
Yeah.
And
Very over with it.
she's over. People cheer.
Yep.
She can put on matches.
Natalia. She's the best pure technical wrestler in the women's division.
And she's the grizzled veteran.
Yeah.
She's the safe pick out of everybody.
I feel like Nikki's the safest pick. That's why
Natalia,
I say Nikki. Because Natalia can't cut a promo that's not just miserable to sit through.
Yeah, you're right on that one. I would like to
Carmella.
see... Carmella.
I see zero reason for Carmella to hold the title, I'll be honest.
Right now.
Yeah, not right now.
Carmella can move to it, but just on the sake of surprise or to swerve the fans, Carmella wins. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then build an angle after that.
With Nikki Bella, that's who she'd probably have to do it with.
Nikki Bella or Becky or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's interesting. I don't know. I don't think Carmella's.
We'll just
she's
put
the
her.
longest shot.
We'll put her in the same boat as Alexa because Alexa's in it too, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll just put those two in the same one.
Alexa is a better wrestler and a better promo right now.
Okay.
Where they sit right now, time will tell. How they shake out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's kind of still too early to put it on Alexa as well.
All right, so we're gonna take those two out. It's between the four.
Yep. Which is weird that we're not talking about Alpha that way, though. Right?
Well, I mean, we could make an argument for anybody that's out there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if WWE doesn't do that,
but I feel like a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's a foregone conclusion. Alpha win this tournament."
Well, I mean, it looked like that.
Yeah.
It looked like that.
Now you have maybe and they built the hottest tag team. Where we were talking what crap tag teams they had on SmackDown.
Yeah.
After the Drew Brand split. And then they maybe just built it up from the ground. The hottest tag team on there right now.
It's what I was hoping the whole time was that SmackDown was going to make stars.
Yeah.
Raw had stars. SmackDown was going to make them.
Agreed.
Because that's what happened last time. Edge wasn't a star until he went to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Cena wasn't a star until he was on SmackDown.
Anyway, we're off track. Okay, sorry. Anyway.
Sorry.
Becky is the most talented wrestler of the group.
Yes, very much. She's
the most likable.
Charismatic.
Yeah, I was gonna say most likable, which is charismatic. Yeah, of the group.
She's the prettiest.
Jeez, that's opinion based by Cody.
Yes, that is my opinion.
And by a lot of people. But yeah, so Becky, and it feels like her time. The other horsewomen have done incredible things with their careers already. Becky's been kind of lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, and
which is sad.
She's the underdog. She's the Sami Zayn.
Gimmick infringement, bro.
She's the Sami Zayn.
Gimmick infringement.
Nope.
Anyway, Nikki is the safest pick. She cuts a promo. She's already well liked.
John Cena's girlfriend.
Yeah, I thought they were married.
They're not married.
Oh.
They might be married. I don't fucking know.
Who knows? But yeah, so
she's just coming back.
Yeah, she's a safe pick for it.
She's as hot as a Bella can get, I guess.
Yeah.
In the eyes of the fans.
Yep. I think the best move is put it on Becky, but I think the safest move is Nikki Bella. So I'm going to go with Nikki.
I'm sticking with Becky
because I think they're already.
I'm sticking with Becky because it has to happen.
I think they're taking really two stabs in the dark, or not really in the dark. They already know what they're going to get from AJ Styles. But
greatness.
I think they're taking a really big stab in the dark with the Team Above Ground pool, and I think they're going to play women safe.
It depends.
And I don't think Becky's not a safe pick for it.
You're right.
I'd say she's the second safest, but I don't know. I feel like Nikki has been their lady through it. She just headlined that Revolution thing on 20. Is that what it's called? W24 or whatever.
Yeah.
that silly documentary thing. But it was good. But
it wasn't silly. Like
it was a good their silly documentary.
Oh yeah, WWE 24.
Yeah, that they come out with like every month. They'll come out with a new one, and like I'd say majority of them are awesome.
I just want to see Becky with a title reign because we've seen her try to get it so many times in NXT and now here on SmackDown. I want to see if she can carry her weight, carry the ball.
Yeah. Because
if it happens once and she can't do it, then she's almost done because her whole thing is she's going to fight and she's going to kick your ass and she's going to make it to the top. But what if she makes it to the top and she fails?
True. So, I don't know. So
I'm still going with her because I have
going back Becky. I'm going to go with Nikki.
Okay.
Let's move on to the main event then.
Don't really need to. AJ Styles.
Agreed.
The phenomenal one. Do it. Quit waiting. Quit. AJ Styles. Bullet Club forever.
The most talented wrestler in the world right now.
Maybe of all time.
Yep. Possibly of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And very possibly of all time. There's no way he's not in my top 10.
Anyone that listens knows our opinion on AJ Styles and how highly we think of him.
You have Dean Ambrose, who's a maybe top 100 guy by the time his career ends.
Worker?
Total character.
Oh, total character, yes. Yeah. Yes. Worker, no.
He might be top 100 just because he's a Shield member. And his Shield days were really good for him.
I agree, but
he's the only one who's kind of broke out of the Shield and totally bled off like that Shield vibe.
Yeah.
Because Seth still kind of does with the Power Ranger thingy, and then Roman has
the same entrance
the
music,
exact
same costume,
everything. Except now that he's done, he's coming out of the actual entrance instead of out of the stands, which he still did
because they knew the fans were gonna fucking stab him.
Yeah, because he did it forever.
They were waiting for him to die one time.
Yep.
Shit, someone punched CM Punk that one time, and he was the hottest wrestler at the time.
Yep. So, I don't know. Yeah, that's got to be AJ for me.
It has to be.
You have a very possibly top 5 all-time guy against maybe a top 100. Maybe. And AJ's time window is narrowing.
I don't...
Faster than Dean's.
You're... Okay. Based on his age, yes.
Yes.
But based on his skill, I think he could still go for another 10. I don't know if he wants to.
He doesn't want to.
He says that now.
Yeah.
But if he main events...
His kids are getting the age where he wants to be around them more.
I understand that,
which is
and
not
that's
saying
very
he's a
noble.
shit bother.
That's very noble of him.
Yeah.
But
he's a family man at heart. I mean, he's a really good down-home country boy family man.
Right. He's a good Christian man.
Yeah.
But I don't see him walking away if every time he thinks about it, they go, want a main event WrestleMania?
Mm-hmm. I can't see them doing this.
How about you versus Finn at WrestleMania?
I can't see them doing this like Geico commercial, or was it State Farm? I can't remember. What's the one where like the guy in the suspender's like, "Oh, you almost had it. You're so close." With
I know.
The dollar bill. Yeah.
You gotta be quicker.
Yeah, you gotta be quicker than that. Like
I see him.
That's what they've been doing with AJ. They've been teasing and kind of teasing, and he's been there when they needed him most. At like Extreme Rules, he was there for him. Mania, he was there for him.
Yeah.
So I feel like AJ Styles getting the first SmackDown only pay-per-view and winning as champion.
They have to make something happen on this pay-per-view.
Yes.
They have to.
Otherwise, the interest is going to drop.
Well, yeah, because what's the point?
I'm just giving Team Above Ground Pool that.
That's another one, yeah.
And even if it's Becky, the title, like it's not.
It almost has to be all three. They have to go for the fans have to get super invested into SmackDown.
And that's what.
And they have one shot.
What better way?
They have one shot. We're not all going to leave, but they have one shot to get all of us at once.
Is there another pay-per-view between Backlash and Survivor Series?
I don't think so.
I think it just goes straight into Survivor Series because it'll go Clash, which is a Raw, and then it'll go to Survivor Series.
I believe so, yes.
Interesting. I don't mind that. Let's plug our handles real quick.
Go ahead.
WA Cody Long.
That is me.
Hit him up.
Hit me up.
The social media relations manager here at the Wrestling Agenda.
The ambassador
Ooh, I
to
like
the
that.
social media.
I like that. Or at Wrestling Agenda.
At Wrestling Agenda.
Yep. Pulls up the Wrestling Agenda. It's just at Wrestling Agenda. You'll notice some great tweets from Steel Woogie on there.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
We're also trying to work on a video series coming up here in a few months, probably. It's probably a fair timeline.
Yeah, next few.
Yep, we're going to do some fun stuff. So keep an eye out for that.
You gonna plug your Twitter?
I hate my Twitter.
Oh, okay. Just hit me up then. That works.
Yeah, let Cody do that.
I'll
stick to cutting and mixing and making this sound meh. And you can keep making people happy on Twitter.
I will keep trying to find more people to follow and to follow us.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try to get our name out there.
Yep. Hit us up on Facebook, Cody Long. That's CODYLONG, or at Kyle Klein, KYLEKLEIN.
Yeah.
I post every time I put an episode up.
That's about it.
Yep. Cody.
I post a little bit more, but that's about it too.
Cody retweets the episodes on Twitter, so follow us and subscribe on Twitter, YouTube.
Yep, and I am at WA Cody Long.
Yep, hit us up with those submissions and questions, and Dawnbreaker, play us out. We'll see you on the other side of Backlash, folks.
Ding ding.